Sounds like what you should have done is you should have bought 2 apartments.
Bought a second apartment.
Yeah, and then
Guess
nobody
we
could be above
find
you
those as a
except
site.
for you.
And then we'd finally have space to put just fucking figures.
I know.
Oh, you know, that's the thing that kills me is I have so many figures that are just in boxes. I have like 3. I mean, you guys saw my big boxes of figures.
No.
Yeah.
I've only been able to unbox like half of that.
Aw.
And the other half, well, there's like more that I've ordered and are just sitting in boxes.
Yeah, see, that's why I couldn't do this. It'd be a shame to just keep them all in the boxes and then just keep them in storage. You're like, haha, I have that.
Well,
We'll never see the
we're
light of
moving
day.
soon. Like when we moved up here, we rented the house that was like available essentially.
Oh,
Because we were running low on time. Nobody wanted to like talk to us because we weren't in state, so we couldn't like go see them, and we were running out of time. So we were like, "Fuck it, we'll just grab the first one that somebody will rent
up.
us." And it's a small house. So we're gonna be moving again, like once this Corona shit like bypasses, and we'll hopefully get a bigger space. Because we all have just a bunch. Like my friend has like a 3D printer that's just sitting there. My other friend has like 14 guitars and amps and shit that are just sitting there. Like we're all like starved for space.
see, that just goes back to what I was talking to you about earlier, Jeff.
Just get
Where
back- just get
getting
back
rid
old
of,
house.
Like, yeah, either getting that old house by force, where we just go beat up the tenants.
Yep.
I mean, Jeff, with how much you guys are paying for rent, or at least how many of you there are there, you guys could buy a house in Utah.
yeah. Yeah.
You could buy a house.
That is true.
But he
But-
needs good credit though.
Yeah.
Well, I can't help you there.
Yep.
Use that second stimulus money to stimulus your credit.
It'll still take a while for it to build up to the point. So probably sometime next year, maybe if I'm lucky.
Stimulate.
Hey, guys.
Stimulate
Welcome
that
to the-
girthy credit. Stroke its veiny.
Stroke it and give a nice grr.
Get that money load all over your back.
Get that up to
Because the mo-
get that up to a
here goes-
69.
I'm
comes the-
gonna change. I'm gonna change.
Ah, the money shot.
Oh no, Uncle Sam, don't touch me.
There you go,
guys.
your stimulus.
Welcome to the Chits and Chat podcast.
We will stimulate your senses.
We will stimulate your we will stimulate your senses.
We're your podcast stimulus. You didn't ask for us, but we're here.
Yep. The worst podcast in the USA.
Well, no.
What?
Maybe. Most
Maybe.
likely.
There's
Probably, I don't
definitely
know.
a white supremacist podcast, so
Yeah.
I would say we're at least
Oh yeah, the Joe Rogan podcast.
yeah, basically.
Yeah. You mean anything?
Hey, hey,
production by
look,
Alex
he's-
Jones?
hey, they're doing a fucking they have followers and we don't, so they're
Uh-huh.
doing something right.
Yeah, I don't want their followers.
To-
Yeah.
fair.
I'd rather have
Our
5
followers.
solid, good followers than whatever the fucking crowd that listens to Joe Rogan.
Oh wait, no, Alan
Okay.
follows us.
Really?
Yeah,
That's creepy. But flattering.
he likes to listen to our podcast while he's at work.
Cool.
Wait, who,
Nice,
who
nice.
does?
Alan.
Alan.
Really?
He's
Yeah.
Alan!
Shout outs to Alan, our one fan.
shout out to
Shouts to
Alan,
Alan,
our one fan. You the true MVP.
the real MVP dog.
Hit me up when
Sorry
I'm in,
about-
hit me up when I'm in Salt Lake. I'll blow you.
Ooh.
No, that's
He might
no,
just do
no,
that.
no, I take it back.
I hope you're ready.
Oh no, I'm making
All right.
I'm making checks I can't cash. That's,
All right,
that's
so-
that's gonna be like our $500 Patreon tier.
Right,
Oh, this-
writing a
I
check
was
we
gonna
can't
say-
cash.
Get one free
just
blowjob
has-
from one of the
it just
podcast
has-
members.
Oh my god, no.
just
You know, honestly,
who will be, let's
honestly,
It's pod.
for $500 a month, and I have to do one blowjob. Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. I'll do it.
Oh, We know.
Wait, it
we know
depends on who-
Kyle's. We know Kyle's limit. We know how much he'll.
We know his minimum at least. We know
Yeah,
his minimum.
yeah, we know his minimum.
Depending on the person, of course.
That is true, but to make it even, it all has to be done randomly. All right.
What? So like that's.
Would it be
the
like how
four
would
ways?
we be chosen?
There's probably some kind of RNG simulator thing online that
It
we
would,
find.
Yeah.
it would be like a cycling system, right? But if the person pays like an extra, if they pay $600 a month, they get to choose.
You have to choose.
Some
No,
motherfuckers
'cause
just
I-
like, oh man, I wanted
fear-
Kyle. They got squished this month. Damn it.
I'm not to sound like my hubris or anything, but I feel like it's probably going to be Marcus.
Is it just because I have the long hair to hold?
Oh yeah, right.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey dude, I'd probably be a close second, but
Got those luscious lips.
Yes, but included in the Jeffrey package, he kicks open your door and goes, Jeffrey!
If you give him a tip, he'll say my name is Jeff while he's like 8 inches down.
a money tip. All right.
Marcus,
I have a weak gag reflex. Heads up.
buy that Oscar I posted in general.
All right, so, with every podcast, we introduce ourselves, and we start off with the week. So I'm your silly hero, also known as Jeff, obviously. And who are you fellow folks with me?
Steamboat Taco.
I'm Squish.
I'm changing my name on Twitter to Simpboat Taco.
Sandboat Taco.
No. Change it to Gargle Sponge Taco.
Gargles Taco.
I'm Knuckle Bummer, everyone.
I'm your dude from another world that gives blowjobs for $500. Isekai.
Nice.
All right.
As our podcast immediately gets taken down. Spotify.
This
No,
offering sexual
YouTube's not
favor.
going to say anything. They're going to be like, "Who the fuck are these guys?"
Who the fuck are these guys, and why should we care?
Yeah, exactly.
They're not making money, so whatever. All right, so let's head on to the weeks. Aldo, Mr. Taco, first name Steamboat.
What?
How's your week been?
I'm sorry.
How's your week been?
Mr. Taco is my father. You can just call me Steamboat.
Steamboat.
It's been fine. You know, not playing Persona or Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, you fucker.
I know. I have not. I am like a month behind on all my animes. I did watch Scoob.
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 How was Scoob?
It's fine. It's cute. Like I like it. None of like the regular cast of voice actors are in it because it's a Hollywood production. So they're like, fuck these guys. So you got
That's
so
interesting.
you got like Amanda Seyfried as Daphne, Zac Efron as Fred, Mark Wahlberg as Blue Falcon, Ken Jeong as Dynamut. Which is weird to me because they have all the star power in the movie, but like, I don't think they advertised any of the actors.
I feel like that's good when it comes to
It
animation.
would be good, except if you're not going to advertise the actors, then why wouldn't you just keep the classic cast, right?
Right.
Because
It's just
what's the point of getting the voice actors for like promoting and whatever if you're not going to use them for promoting? Like if you're just going to rely on the property, you might as well go with like, no offense to the actors, but like to people whose actual job is to be voice actors.
right, but it just seems like for the most part that in regards to most animated movies, they try to sell like any new animated movies like with the actors' names. Like Scooby-Doo, everybody knows who the heck Scooby-Doo
Yeah,
is, you
well,
know?
that's what I'm saying though. It's like that's what they did. Like they relied solely on Scooby-Doo to sell the movie, and they didn't really advertise any of the actors. Like even looking at posters, like I don't really see the names.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're doing this and you want to get like younger kids into Scooby Doo and they're gonna go and watch the cartoons, why wouldn't you just get that cast? Also, fuck you, Matthew Lillard is a Hollywood actor, and he should have absolutely been Shaggy, and he wasn't.
Fuck yeah, you should have.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't know this.
I
Matthew
apologize.
Lillard, after he did the live action Scooby Doo movies, he kept doing the voice of Shaggy for all the animated stuff.
Yeah,
After.
dude, you're essentially
Yeah.
locked them that shit for the most part for life.
Yeah.
Well, with the exception of this movie,
I don't know, man.
You're pretty much locked.
Has
In.
Freddie Prinze Jr. been re-upping his casting of Fred?
No.
Yeah,
Where else?
Has Freddie Prinze Jr. been re-upping his casting of anything?
he's been in video games.
Has he?
Yeah, he was James Vega in Mass Effect 3, and he was
Oh,
the
that's
Iron
right.
Bull in Dragon Age Inquisition, so he was in BioWare games.
Oh. He's in Bioware. Those games I don't play. He worked with the WWE for a while.
That's interesting.
Yeah, anyways.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was also Kanan Jarrus from the Star Wars stuff.
Oh,
Star Wars Rebels. Anyways, that's kind of been it. I'm in a different Portland Weeb Discord. And last week they did a 24-hour Discord call. And
okay.
I bitched out at like 4 in the morning. I had 7 hours left to go and I couldn't.
Like, what was it? What was it like? What were they talking about? Like,
Oh, dude! At that point, we were getting real personal. We were talking about like philosophy and shit. We were talking about like what our dreams were and like what we want to do with our lives and why like a bunch of us are living in Portland as opposed to like our respective places. Like it just got real personal like at 3, 4 in the morning. Prior to that, it was
terrifying.
everybody just kind of just chatting whatever. I listen. I don't want to. I always believed I was a basement king in Smash, and I dethroned their basement king. So fuck yeah. Our basement is a stronger basement.
you have claimed another basement under the empire of Taco.
I've come to decrown your fucking king. Anyways,
You come from Utah and defeated the became a basement king here.
Hey, don't-
You decided to move your fucking.
801 represent. Anyways, so that's the summation of what I've done.
I am the Taco King. Right on. Marcus, ball's on your court.
Let's see. My week played a little bit of Persona. Let's see, I'm at Okumura's Palace. I bought Tekken 7 on the PC now that I moved up my setup. Got some upgrades. Played for like 15 minutes and then I went to go go check out the video settings on it, and then it immediately crashed and restarted my computer. So it's pretty funny.
nice.
Yeah, other than that, just nothing.
Tight.
Yeah, dude, just work.
Squish. Squish.
Yes.
How's your week been, bro?
It's been good. I've been mostly just been watching Boruto. I hopped on that train. That's about it.
How far are you?
Not too far in. At like episode 40.
Okay.
You could
So it's not.
you could be at episode 40 of literally any other better anime.
I know. But
Dude, Naruto was part of my life for 10 years, and even I don't watch Boruto. I am not interested in the adventures of burrito and salad.
But it sounds like oh fuck! I want burrito and salad now. Shit. Sounds like we dang.
So Cafe Rio after the
Burrito and some
podcast.
salad.
Maybe. We'll see.
Burrito and salad.
Anything else, Christmas?
nah, that's about it.
Wow. All right, Kyle.
So I haven't had a very eventful week. I finally got caught up in Final Fantasy 14, or well, not caught up, but I'm closer. I finished out Stormblood and all of the patches in between that and Shadowbringers, and I'm making my way through Shadowbringers now. I'm like 30% of the way through, so that's been cool.
Have you made it to the Crystal Tower? Have you done the Crystal Tower raid yet? Like in the original patches? Like in the original game?
No, I'm on... No, I haven't done any of that.
Okay.
Because they're Alliance raids, and the last time that I tried to queue up for an Alliance raid, it took like 45 minutes.
Yeah, the older ones take a bit.
Yeah, so fuck that.
And a half to fucking log in to do.
But dude, you could queue up and then start watching Boruto.
Fuck
Yeah.
that. I would rather rewatch Hunter x Hunter. I would rather reread Naruto than fucking watch Naruto. Or Boruto. And then I finally started watching Glepnir.
Yeah.
Yay!
Although said I should watch it. Normally when people recommend stuff, I usually wait for it to all be out so I can just binge it. But Marcus was shouting at me, so I started watching it with him. It's hella good. I love it.
Marcus was shouting at you.
Marcus was shouting angry Marcus noises.
Dude, Marcus and I talk about it like when the new episode comes out. And by talk about it, we just go like back and forth to each other.
Is like how you guys were talking about like freaking Your Light in April back when you guys were working together?
No,
No,
like when
no,
we
that
talked
was actual
about Your Light
talking
in
about
April. Yeah, we were talking about it, and then we'd walk into the building and be like, we'd get weird looks. We didn't care. Then we went back to stacking pellets.
But yeah, beyond those two things, and yelling at Squish to watch Hunter x Hunter, not a whole lot.
Right on. For me, my week's been I started Persona 5 Royal. Right now, I'm just milling through everything. I'm up to a little bit past where Marcus is now. So yeah.
Where is that at?
I just beat Okamura's Palace
there we
just
go.
today. So yeah, I like so far it's been kind of roughly the same. I do like the fact I'm able to get free knowledge from just
Knowledge.
like
Knowledge.
just like during the day and stuff like that. Just like, well, if I can't fucking leave the cafe, I'm just gonna go fucking study, and then boom, free knowledge. And yeah, I've been enjoying it so far. Thanks to Kyle's fucking lucrative DLC and stuff, I've just been milling everything. Also, I watched Solar Opposites.
Oh yeah, I saw
The new that new show by one of the co-creators of Rick and Morty. It's okay. Like it has moments, but like overall, it's just really okay. It just seems like non-Rick, like a Rick and Morty without Rick and Morty, I guess.
It's PG-13 Rick and Morty.
It's very I don't know. It's like it's just like it's Rick, Morty, and Jerry mixed as like all the characters and stuff. They're just really, they're not really likable, I'd say. But it was overall just an interesting thing to watch while I was cooking and food and stuff like that. Then I decided to stumble on the internet one late and lonely stupor. Have you guys ever heard of a thing called Project Melody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like I did not know anything about it till like later on like early this week and stuff, and my initial response was like, are we really doing this?
Yeah.
Is this actually like this is gonna be now an official thing? Like, I know a lot of the 3D style things that I see on the interwebs and stuff, but like, I guess now we're making freaking.
I just looked it up. I'm
VR.
absolutely down.
we're at that point in our future where we're now freaking even your virtual idols could be e-thoughts. So pardon
This
me
is
for saying that word, I guess.
This has always been a
But-
thing.
Yeah, Hatsune
Like-
Miku is an e-thought.
Yeah.
Hatsune Miku's not an e-thought.
Hatsune Miku is an e-thought.
Oh,
Hatsune
please,
Miku's
Mark.
not-
Oh, please, Jeff. Please. You naive fool. Are you telling
Regardless.
me you can't find a single Hatsune Miku noodles on the internet?
Oh, noodles. Nice.
If they were
Nice
if
call-
they were if,
nice
if they were
callback.
if they were if they were official, the thing is that she has a Patreon and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay.
You're splitting weird hairs, buddy.
Yeah.
Weird virtual blue hairs.
I mean, like, I just noticed. I'm like, okay, that's interesting and stuff. And well, it is what it is, I guess.
Also,
And
speaking
we're,
about Miku, I forgot to mention this, but like last night I changed the settings on the Miku game that I have on PS4, and I've been using my fight stick with it.
right on, dude. That's what's up. Other than that, I've just been playing a little bit of Animal Crossing, drawing. I'm gonna actually make an attempt to make an icon for myself, like just a kind of like how we have our avatars for Smash Brothers, which will eventually turn into Basement Kings, because name branding and whatnot. Nice. But for the most part, I just kind of been doing Jeff work. Resident Evil 2 should be on its last 2 episodes that we'll be uploading this time next week. We haven't started recording Detroit because that was what we were supposed to do yesterday, but we all were tired.
No, all of us were asleep at 5
Yeah.
at 5 p.m.
That was weird. I get to your house and like you and Kyle are both passed out, and it's just Jeff over here drinking his fucking gin and playing Persona. He's like, "Shh, you don't see anything."
But probably Monday I'll start recording Brave Fencer Musashi. I just need to get all the stuff prepped up for, like, I need to get like a title card prepped up for it, and etc. So yeah. Other than that, that's been pretty much my week. All right, so let's head on to the topics. Yeah.
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 All right. So, do you guys? Okay, so we borrow games from one another, right?
No.
We borrow games from one another. All right.
No.
Never happened.
Due to previous experiences, though, like especially with newcomers, we've kind of been on the fence. Like, I remember when I first started hanging out with Aldo, I told Aldo, yeah, he could borrow Skyward Sword, but I fucking did not have Skyward Sword because I was borrowing it. I was letting my friend, our main Squishy's friend Sean, to play Skyward Sword and stuff, and I don't think he's ever touched it. I don't think I ever got the game back. Shit. I need to check my shit a little bit. Anyway, so this coincides with the topic actually, because I want to hear your guys' history in regards to borrowing games, or from like letting people borrow your games, or borrowing games from people, and possibly maybe having your shit stolen or stealing stuff. Anybody want to tell a story?
Yeah. So a long time ago, I had a friend named Mario. I have two friends named Mario, but this was the first Mario, not the second. they're both gamers and weebs, so like it's
So is this one Green Mario?
What?
Is this one Green Mario?
No, this is the first
It's
Mario.
one red
It's Red
Mario and green Mario.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so we used to hang out, and one day he let me borrow a copy of Parasite Eve.
Yes,
So
the
I
mitochondria.
Yeah, it's the powerhouse of the cell. It'll fuck you up.
Concentration.
Yeah. Anyway, so I played Parasite Eve. I loved it. I borrowed that game for 2 years, and then he moved to a different school. So that game is mine.
By default.
By
That
default.
game is what?
Anyway, so then I had like another friend, and I don't remember which friend specifically this was, and I feel a little bad about that. Anyway, so we were hanging out, and I was telling him about Parasite Eve, and he was telling me about Okami, and I was like, "Yo, dog, I'll let you borrow Parasite Eve if you let me borrow Okami." And he's like, "Alright." So I borrowed Okami on the Wii, and I now I own Okami on the Wii.
That's a good trade up.
I don't think so. I would prefer to play Parasite Eve over Okami
Okay.
any day of the week. It's fine. Like I like Okami. It's the Wii version, so it's like the good version. But like I still miss Parasite Eve. Anyways, that's how I bought a game with a game I don't own.
Now, have you ever been on the other side of the coin?
No, because I make sure to get my shit back because I do that to people. Because I do it by accident, so I make sure people don't do it to me by air quotes accident. 'Cause I've had that shit happen.
All right, Marcus, do you want to tell a story? Do you want to tell a little ditty?
So I've been on the other end of that for both the times. Oh boy. So, I don't know. Back when like Pokemon Gold and Silver came out on the Game Boy, right?
Mhm.
I had beaten both of them, and had used a Game Shark on just the Silver version to get like Celebi, and I think like a Mewtwo, just because I didn't have a link cable at the time. So I let my next door neighbor borrow it. He was like, "Oh hell yeah!" Not even a week later, he moved. Yeah. So there went
Wow, it
my,
was really on the opposite side of Aldo.
yeah. So like there went my Pokemon Silver. I was pretty pissed for a little bit. The other instance happened, I don't know, like maybe a year or two after that, and a friend of mine had let me borrow Mega Man Legends 2, and so I was playing through that, and I was absolutely loving the shit out of that game, right?
Right.
So at the time, I'd taken a break from that game and started playing Legend of Dragoon with like a couple other buddies at school. And we were trying to see who would beat the game faster. One of them asked to borrow Mega Man Legends, and I was like, okay, whatever. So I let him borrow our friend's game. So my friend calls me up and he's like, hey, I need to get that game back. So I call up the friend who I let borrow the game, and he got super pissed to the point where like he took the disc and scratched it beyond repair because he was so upset.
Ugh.
And yeah, so
That
then I had to
sucks.
give that disc back to my other friend, who in turn was also pretty pissed about it. And now I can't find Mega Man Legends 2 anywhere. Yeah, always return those borrowed games.
All right, Kyle.
Oh boy. So I've been on, I guess you would say, the receiving end of this, but it's always been for like games that I really didn't give a shit about, like Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace for the PlayStation, or the PC Yu-Gi-Oh! Soul of the Duelist game that I shoplifted from a Walmart anyway, so whatever. So like I've never been screwed that badly, but I do have a rather great story about where I was the taker of the game, and boy, is this is a wild story. So strap yourselves in. So it all started when me and this friend, we'll call him Hess. We're hanging out. We're just dumb kids walking around the local area. We stopped by Grey Whale to look at the cool video games and leave because we don't have any money. And I really had to pee, and we couldn't find a bathroom, so I just went to go pee in the alley that's next to this Grey Whale, which for those of you who don't know is just kind of like it's a record shop, but they also deal in like retro video games and movies and stuff like that.
Do they still exist?
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh,
There's still a few floating around.
okay.
All
right.
So I go to pee in this alley behind, next to this Grey Whale, and my friend looks in their dumpster, and I guess they had just dumped a bunch of perfectly good PlayStations, Dreamcasts, and N64s and shit.
Oh, that hurts.
So
That's so good.
I guess like they just had too much excess in stock and had to get rid of it for shelf space or whatever. So we go and we find some garbage bags, right? And we just take a whole bunch of this shit and stuff it in bags. But my house was really far away and his house was really far away, and we didn't want to lug all this stuff back not knowing if it worked or not. So he introduced me to this really good boy. Some might even say he is the best boy. We'll call him Jesse. So I get introduced to this random fucking kid, and I just see this huge ass collection of games, and I see that he has Final Fantasy VIII, which I never got the chance to beat, because when another friend owned it, we had a problem where it would always freeze right before the final boss. So I asked this completely random stranger if I can borrow his copy of Final Fantasy VIII, and for some reason he agrees. And the agreement is that I would give it back to him by the end of school going out. So I borrow this kid's game, never see him again until the last day of school, where he shouts down to me from these stairs, something about Final Fantasy VIII, and I just fucking dipped. I just evaporated away. Cue the meme where I just disappear.
We just peace out and disappear.
Yeah, because then I ended up moving. Cities from Ogden to Layton, right?
Right.
So I start going to school in Layton, and I live close enough to the school that I can walk. And at this point in time, I don't ever remember what happened to that original copy of Final Fantasy VIII. It just disappeared somehow. I don't know exactly how. But, so I start going to school, and I share this route with these two kids from my speech class. And so we get to talking and whatnot, and we have a similar interests and whatnot, so we start to become friends. And as we're walking back one day, one of them mentions like about their cousin and how much they like hanging out with him and whatnot. And then they mention that some kid stole his Final Fantasy VIII. And if they ever find the shit out of him, and the fucking oh no Knuckles.mp3 starts playing in my head.
Oh my gosh. That's fucking beautiful.
It went full circle? Holy shit.
It's just that fucking meme of like the guy that's like, it's like that puppet that like looks to the side and back forward again, like
It was literally that. Thankfully, it all got worked out. I ended up having like a PC copy of the entire original Sims, the complete collection, and he accepted that as restitutions for me fucking stealing his Final Fantasy VIII. And now we're like best friends, so that story has a nice wholesome ending. But there's my sitcom-esque meeting with my best friend there.
I was half expecting like good boy Jesse and his cousin to just like beat you up right there.
Like I didn't tell them that I asked. I was like, "Oh man, that fucking sucks. Final Fantasy VIII's a really good game. What's the name of your cousin, by the way?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, it's Jesse." And I was like, "Oh no."
That's beautiful. That is beautiful, dude. Holy shit. Oh, fucking.
I think Squish is the last one that hasn't gone. Have you gone, Squish?
So mine was really bad. Mine was no bueno. What happened was, so I had a copy of. This is how I lost my copy of my first copy of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh no! Oh no! I don't know this story, but that is a big loss.
Oh, that does remind me. So when you're done, let me tell a shorter story that comes out more positively.
Okay, so I had a friend that was like that. We had similar interests. I didn't really know him, but we had the same classes, right? This is middle school, and like I just got done playing Kingdom Hearts, and I really didn't have PlayStation games. So I was like looking out to get more PlayStation games, and he's like, hey, I have this dopey ass fucking football game. I'll let you borrow it if you let me borrow Kingdom Hearts.
Oh,
No, I was like, fuck it. You know, it's like I'm done playing this game. Like I don't need it. And I recently had bought GTA San Andreas, but there was another unfortunate accident with that one. My PlayStation was on top of like this thing. I had a brand new puppy, and he ran and he tripped the wire, and my PlayStation fell from this high place to the bottom, and that disc never worked ever again after that.
Oh, thank God! I was picturing you fucking like the PlayStation fell and killed a puppy. I'm like, holy shit! That's so sad.
No, it fell, and then GTA San Andreas never worked again.
Oh, that sucks.
So yeah, that's how I lost my copy of fucking Kingdom Hearts. He just, I would ask him for it all the time. He's like, hey dude, you got my game? You got my game? He's like, yeah, I'll bring it to you. And he never brought it to me.
That's rough.
He's just every day I was like, dude, I want my game back. He's like, I remember what he said. I think he said he let someone else borrow it and they never gave it back to him.
Ugh.
I think he gave me the game he let me borrow, like he let him borrow or something, and it was some shitty ass game also.
fucking
That's shitty.
Making shitty bad trades.
Yeah, exactly.
So so I had a friend in high school, and he was like the friend that like got me into Dragon Quest, and like he helped me fully dive into Metal Gear Solid. Cause he let me borrow Metal Gear Solid 3, and then like I convinced my parents to like buy it for me. Or it might have been junior high. I don't know. I don't remember when the PS3, but PS2 came out. That's a long time ago, many decades.
2001-ish.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I was probably in junior high. Anyways, so my parents had been cool enough to like buy me both Kingdom Hearts games at that time, and his parents didn't because he was into other JRPGs and whatever. So it just wasn't like in his radar, right? It was like that stupid Disney Final Fantasy game. And so I talked to him about like how much I loved Kingdom Hearts, and he was like, "All right, cool, I'll try it out." So I let him borrow Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Greatest hits versions. So like whatever, right? Like, you know, like not as a kid. As a kid, those things were my life. But like as an adult, it's like whatever. They were greatest hits versions. Those could have been replaced. Anyway, so like a year goes by, and I remember like thinking about like my Kingdom Hearts games, and I'm like, "Oh, hey man, you got my Kingdom Hearts games?" And he's like, yes." And I was like, "Can I have those back?" And he's like, "Sure." And then this goes on for like a month, where like I keep asking him for the games, and he doesn't bring them. He just keeps coming up with like, "Oh, you know, I forgot them," or "Oh, I got grounded, so I can't grab them," or whatever, right? Cut to like a couple months later, and he finally like comes up to me and he's like, "Hey man, I got your games back," and he gives me he gives me the games, Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, black labels, almost brand new, and I just like looked at him and I was like, "Alright." Like I know something happened. But like also as like a collector now, not as a kid, but as a collector now, I'm like, holy shit, I got the black label Kingdom Hearts games. Dope. I came out on top on that one.
Nice.
Good on him for replacing the game. Did you ever find out what like originally happened to him?
No, we never spoke about it again. It was like this thing where like we both know something happened, but we're not gonna talk about it because it all got resolved. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, like it was all resolved in the end.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? I'm not gonna push it. It's fine.
Right on. Squishy, got any more stories?
I was just like, I had a. Oh, okay. I remember once. Because I was like, I never had PlayStation games, like I said. So I remember once stealing my cousin's game and him finding out about it. He was like super pissed about it. I remember that. It was the Simpsons. It was the Skateboard Simpsons game.
Oh,
Okay.
fucking what's it called? What was it called? I don't remember.
I do not remember
The
either.
Shredsons.
Simpsons Shredders. I can't think of it. Squishy?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, sorry. I thought like I just heard dead air. I'm like,
Oh yeah, it's just the
No.
Simpsons skateboarding.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just the Simpsons skateboarding game. That's all it is.
All right. So for my stories, I have a lot of fucking stories.
Well, you had one cousin I know of.
Yeah. There was this one cousin. All right. Yes, some skateboarding. That's what's called. Cool. There was this one cousin that shall not be named. He had a history of stealing a lot of games from me and my brothers and whatnot. So whenever one time I remember, I believe it was on our way back from Mexico. Actually, we were visiting my abuelito and abuelita back when they're still alive. We were on our way back from Mexico, and we decided to stay the night at El Paso at my tia's house. And it was back when Pokemon, not Diamond Pearl, when Ruby and Sapphire were still big and stuff. We left early morning, and I think it was when we went to when we went past Arizona, and we stopped at a gas station. Both my little brothers freaked out because one of them was missing their Game Boy Advance SP, and the other one was missing one of their games. It was Pokemon, I believe, Fire Red, and they were both upset and stuff like that. My mom just said, "You probably just left it, in one of the gas stations." She was not happy with him either, and I was like, "You guys fucking suck," because I'm a big brother, and you guys are shitty little brothers for losing your shit as I'm playing my fucking Pokemon game. And so they're all upset and stuff on the way back, and they blamed it on my cousin and stuff. And honestly, now that I'm reflecting on it, it's not that surprising because he had a history of taking my games as well. Like he took my Pokemon Pearl, my first Pokemon Pearl game I had, my Pokemon White 2, as well as I believe one of my Mega Man Battle Network games. I want to say it was probably Battle Network 3. As well as he tried to get my Smash Brothers, but I caught him on the act. He tried to get Smash Brothers Brawl, and that game just came out. I'm like, fuck you. I fucking waited in line on a fucking leap year. I'm not going to let you take my fucking brand new game, motherfucker. I went to his fucking house in the middle of the night and fucking asked for it. He also stole Squishy's Crisis Core.
Yeah, he did. I remember that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Motherfucker.
And not only that, the kicker of that is that Squishy had a PSP at the time when he was living with me, and for like the second time, and he had a PSP, and that's where he was playing Crisis Core. Yeah. So what my cousin did was he took out Crisis Core from the PSP and instead put it in the shitty Dragon Ball movie fighting game.
Yeah,
PSP.
yeah. And then I booted it up to start playing, and then I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, and Switch's like, dude, he's like, dude, did you know who took my game or whatever? Did you find it? Like, oh yeah, dude, my cousin probably took it. It's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, you're probably not gonna see that because I think he left for El Paso after the day after that.
I think he left for El Paso the day after that or something like that.
Yeah. Though non-family related. So this is before I met Squishy. All right. This is hindsight because flashback to back when Jeff was like 17, right? And Squishy was just fresh from LA. All right, like if you see how Squishy is right now, right? Imagine him as a thuggish, baby-faced looking Mr. Potato Head.
Thug.
wearing
Thuggery.
wearing one of those hood fucking Looney Tunes shirts, right? So Squishy asked me if he could borrow my MP3 player to put music in. I was hella on the fence. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking no. I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't know you. I don't know. I don't want you to take my shit. I did not trust Squishy because I fucking thought that he'd just take my shit and never see me, and then I fucking never see his ass again.
Did I not give it back though the next day?
You didn't give it back because I didn't give it to you, motherfucker.
Hey, you allowed me to put music on it eventually.
Yeah, eventually when I got to know you, and that was like after you stole my wallet, not my wallet. After you stole my lighter and fucking broke my fucking rail. But to throw some more hindsight into that thing, the previous year, back when I was a sophomore in high school, it was on the cusp. Like the DS just came out, but I didn't get one yet, and I had a Game Boy Advance Micro. You know, those things were fucking cool, right? You don't like them? Well, that's okay. You don't have to. You don't have to
I
like.
liked the ESP. I didn't like the micro because it was too small.
Yeah, I like the micro because it was too small. Because I could just go to school and just like, whoop, yeah, Fire Emblem. But so what happened was there was this. I hung out with delinquents. Squishy, you know the delinquents I hung out with back then.
Yes.
There was a new delinquent into the school. Freaking, he was a wankster. All right, and I'm pretty sure you guys who are of my age group and grew up during the time of early 2000s, the early aughts, when rap and hip hop and R&B were becoming more mainstream than normal, right?
Yes.
So, obviously, there were. I'm pretty sure you guys knew a lot of wanksters growing up,
Yes.
or seen a lot of them. So, this skinny ass fucking kid, all right, he's like he's being cool with me and stuff like that. You know, he's gaining my trust, all right. I'm like, all right, cool. He's grooving to the same music I'm listening to. That's awesome and whatnot. I'm playing fucking my Pokemon Leaf Green, which okay. So add a little bit more to that. During that time, Pokemon was on its 15th anniversary, so they were going from like every other mall to do like a special event and hosting like a Pokemon tournament and all this stuff. I went there with my not my cousins, with my little brothers. And we got like all these event Pokemon. We got level 70s like Typhlosions, fucking Tyrannotars, Blastoids, Feraligators, Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, a Celebi, Mew, Mewtwo, and all that stuff. It was an extravaganza. Right? I have like 10, 15 fucking Pikachu anniversary cards in my room somewhere from that event. So that thing was my baby, right? Then this fucking kid goes up to me. He's like, "Hey, dude, It was cool if I borrow your Game Boy Micro for the fucking just for like the period or whatnot." I'm like, you know what? Okay, my next class is plant science. I love plants. I love plant science. Yeah, here you go, dude. I have faith in you. So I hang out at lunch. You know the area that we hung out at lunch at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that little area, all right? I was waiting for him. I'm like, where the fuck is this guy? And I asked one of my friends, is like, hey, where'd this guy go? Like, oh, yeah, dude, he ditched. I'm like, what? I was like, yeah, he ditched. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll see him the next day and see if I get him that. I find out the next day that the kid fucking moved. And I'm like, you fucking wankster ass son of a bitch. You fucking stole something from me, motherfucker. I hope you rotten whatever fucking... I was not happy. Like trust has been officially betrayed. And now I couldn't trust anybody else. And so I was forever on the fence until fucking I met Squishy and all them. Now, hopping to the other side, because I think that my cousin probably stole the game. When I first met Speedy, okay, so how I met Speedy was we were both playing Pokemon during lunch break at high school. He had Diamond, I had Pearl, and we met each other in the underground, right? And I asked, he was playing Metro Fusion because the DS had a little extra stuff. You play Game Boy Advance games, right? He had Metro Fusion there. I'm like, oh sweet, can I borrow that? He's like, yeah, sure. And I don't know what happened to that copy of Metro Fusion. All I know is to this day, for like fucking 15 plus years of my life, I owe my friend Speedy a copy of Metroid Fusion.
He's gonna break your legs if you don't give it to him.
Yeah, it's a long time coming, really. I just in a way, it's kind of good. I'm kind of glad that games now you can purchase games digitally now. Like me, I like collect. I'm a collector, so that's why I like getting physical copies and stuff. But it's much more easier, much more convenience for everybody to get games digitally now and stuff, just so you don't have to ever lose your game again, And
Until that service is done.
till the service of the game is done, yeah, right.
Yeah, I still can't play PT.
Right. I mean, you can't. You just have to buy a fucking PS4 that's
That has it on it already.
has it on it already.
I owned it before it got taken off, so there's a cool thing that I can do that's super roundabout and fucking confusing as shit. And it fucking blows.
Right. Well, Konami just sucks now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids, if you're listening to this podcast, first of all, shame on you.
Yeah, Alan.
Second of all,
I bet you didn't even get your parents' permission, Alan.
you should probably ask your parents. This is a very explicit podcast. we talked about fellatio for $500 just barely.
I mean,
Yeah, we did.
But I'm just saying, it's a dick though. But if you guys make sure that you guys are trust. Ask your parents if you're gonna borrow anything that's yours. All right, they spent money on that shit. You don't know the value of a fucking video game until you buy one for yourself. And other than the Switch, don't let anybody else borrow your shit. You don't have to worry about that. Because it sucks dick sometimes. And you end up getting your shit jacked by a wankster. And you never see it again.
You know what the...
I hope he gets...
Go ahead.
What's up?
I
I hope he gets butt stabbed in jail.
Oh. I was
Oh
gonna say...
my god.
I was gonna say the unfortunate truth is, if I was white, I would have been a winkster.
On the other hand, though, sometimes stealing games leads to you creating long-lasting and beautiful friendships. So
That is true.
So
Or
maybe do it.
sometimes. Or you just end up with Okami. Which, depending on your viewpoint.
I don't want to spend almost $400 on Mega Man Legends 2, guys.
Hey, Squishy, have you ever found out what happened to your Final Fantasy VIII, by the way?
No.
In
have
a
no
lot
idea.
of these stories, it's usually Final Fantasy VIII. What's up with that?
I don't know.
I don't know. People just garbage games.
Oh, my... God damn it. Marcus.
I mean...
You can't even say, Jeff.
Yeah, shut up, Jeff.
You're not part of this conversation.
Fun fact, though, copy of Metroid Fusion is going on Amazon for $74.97. So,
Hey, man, that's almost affordable.
oh wait, that's a used, very good one.
Hey, man, that's almost affordable.
I miss going to the swap meets and just
Oh,
buying
it's swap
a
meet?
fucking Game Boy Advance cartridge. What's up?
El Swami?
A swap meet.
El Swami?
See?
Oh.
A swap meet.
Didn't your mom ever take you to a Swami? Gotta say it, like a brown man.
A swap meet?
A swap
Yeah,
meet?
many times, dude.
Yeah, El Swami.
I saw burned copies of hentai down in the Mexican one.
Hell yeah,
When I
dude.
was younger, and I'm like, fuck, I want that, but I don't want my mom.
That's where I bought my DVD copies of End of Evangelion
Nice.
that I never let Squishy borrow.
Oh shit.
It's okay. You got them on Plex.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. That's part of the reason why I set up a Plex. Because I got tired of letting people like borrow movies and shit, and then like asking for it like 2 months later. And I was like, "Did you like it?" And they're like, "I didn't watch it." And I was like, "So now, if they don't watch it, it's fine because I can still watch it whenever the fuck I want." Which is typically after I recommend it to somebody.
Uh,
All right. All right. All right. Cool. So, oh yeah. By the way, Marcus, if you're done with Final Fantasy VII, can I borrow it?
When I'm done with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
You
Yeah.
gotta wait until I'm done with Persona first.
All right. Catch up, fam. All right, because we got to do that spoiler cast at some point.
yeah,
Yep.
although I think you're the one that's the furthest behind.
Oh yeah.
Get on it.
Yeah, sure. We'll get right on that, buddy.
Jump on it.
I think he's just waiting on Jeff to watch Gurren
Yeah.
Lagann.
Jeff,
Really?
go
Is
finish
me-
Gurren
is
Oh,
me-
you know, I
Is me
wasn't,
watching
but now
it-
I am.
Oh, don't
Damn.
fucking put me on that.
Damn.
Don't fucking
Thanks,
put me on
thanks for that one.
Ah, fuck. Well, whatever. Let's get on the news. let's do some news. Yeah, nudes.
Yay, news.
Yay, dudes.
All right. So, first topic of news I want to bring up, you guys. So last podcast,
Apocas.
we did
Apocas.
we did
Apocas.
we talked about how Evo essentially switched from its main event during like July, August, like end of July, early August, to now an online event. So this week they announced the games that will be playable at Evo, but which is funny because the most entered game of Evo 2019, and probably the one that would make it probably be the most entered for this year, Smash Bros. Ultimate, is not part of this. And
Oh boy, I
You know,
wonder
that's-
why.
oh yeah, and that itself is understandable, but you'll still get Street Fighter 5, Dragon Ball Fighter, Sam's Show, Grand Blue, Soul Cal, Tekken 6, and Under Night. Like Tekken 6, it's Tekken 7, doy.
Tekken 6.
Tekken 6.
Hell yeah, I want to see that.
But the thing is that it's still like all those games that I just mentioned have really bad netcode, like really bad online. Like, well, not really bad online, just delay base, which I guess is kind of eh. Like Dragon Ball, I know that doesn't have good netcode,
Yeah. Dragon Ball does
It's
not
not.
have good netcode.
Street Fighter
But,
is
um,
not.
yeah, it has rollback, but it has really shitty rollback. And it sucks also because
It's
that
the
Marvel
rollback
2
that we have at home when you
is not
ask
gonna
for
be
it
that.
at the store. When we get rollback, we have rollback at the
I got the-
store. At the home.
We have rollback at home.
rollback. Yeah, but it's a Kirkland brand rollback.
It's Kroger. It's
Great
Kroger
value.
brand.
Rollback.
It's a great Kroger
It's
brand.
Kroger brand. It's great. It's Western Family rollback.
It's Dollar General rollback.
Oh, it's great
Oh.
value roll.
Oh,
rollback.
it's the worst. It's the
Um,
worst. Just the
But
worst.
the light in this tunnel is that surprisingly, actually, it seems like fucking Mortal Kombat murdered both Smash and fucking Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and came back to Evo.
Yeah.
It fucking,
Hell yeah, came back.
yeah, because
What's it? Was it Aftermath or whatever? Right?
Yeah.
I
This is
hope
coming out.
we see at least one friendship at the the tournament.
right, right.
Well, that's the thing that bothers me about Evo that they went online is like, one, like you should have just delayed it or just skipped it altogether, because like. I hate saying I want to see this at Evo because the whole point of at Evo is like at
Being
Evo.
at
Yeah,
Evo.
exactly. So like having it just be like an online tournament is just you're every fucking other tournament. Your Nintendo does online tournaments. Like it's not special. But anyways, I hope there's a friendship. At least one.
At least one.
That's one friendship. Like, I would really like to see it in French, like somebody at least like messing around, you know, like because who's it? Was it like Sonic Fox that just pulled a fatality during one of the main Mortal Kombat tournaments and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so. With Cassie, it was last year. I think it was either it was Final Combat this year or was some probably Evo last year. No, because Mortal Kombat was part of Evo last year, was it?
It was.
What, last year?
Yeah.
it was.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, so the good thing is that, like other Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct is back at Evo. Them's fighting hurts, which is surprising.
Yes.
Yeah, them
Yeah, like-
fighting hurts.
Them's fighting.
Them's
hurts.
fighting hurts. Like, cause that's surprising. I'm like, I thought it would have been Power Rangers, but guess not.
Yeah, we get that Killer
Jeff,
Instinct
when is
too.
it ever gonna be Rangers?
Fair. And
That game has a
Skullgirls.
community too big for its scope.
Skullgirls.
Oh yeah, Skullgirls.
Skullgirls. Skullgirls is finally coming to Evo. Fuck.
I think it was at Evo.
It was never an Evo.
Was it?
Like,
Never.
it was never main event at Evo. It was like probably a side tournament, but
Okay.
yeah. And a lot of people. It was a lot of people were upset because I think what was it Blaze Blue that came out like was the main stage like a few like only and it only came out like what a few months before Evo.
Yeah, Blaze Blue was main stage.
Yeah, and a lot of people weren't happy about that. It's like, oh, what? So fucking Blaze Blue gets that treatment, but you guys can't put Skullgirls.
Evo's rationale, specifically Mr. Wizard,
Yeah.
who's the one that runs it, his rationale on what gets main stage, what isn't main stage, and like patch versions and characters and whatnot, has always been pretty inconsistent.
Yeah.
You can't.
Right.
You can't.
Well, so it
you
hasn't.
can't see me, but I'm doing that finger rubbing thing that means money.
Yeah,
Ain't that
it's-
Play-Doh snake?
his publicly stated rationale has always been inconsistent. The truth of the matter is, ArcSys will pay big money to put their anime game on big stage, whereas poor indie devs don't even have that money.
Yeah.
So to kind of go over this news in more detail for those that don't know, Evo, biggest fighting game tournament, announced that they're doing online. So they did announce that they're doing some sort of special events and exhibitions for Under Night In-Birth, Fighters, Tekken 7, Street Fighter 5, Soul Calibur 6, Grand Blue Versus, and Samurai Showdown. So that's cutting out Super Smash Brothers and the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 exhibition that they were going to do. They also announced open online tournaments for Mortal Kombat 11, Killer Instinct, Them's Fighting Herds, and Skullgirls. So, honestly, I do miss Evo, and I think that there should always be a physical Evo. But I wouldn't mind in the future them going forward and having both a physical Evo tournament and Evo online for games with good enough netcode. Because I think it promotes. Because you'll notice all of these fucking online tournaments, they're Western games for some reason, and so I think that does kind of spark a fire under some Japanese developers to get their fucking shit together.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And it also
Like I know that Guilty Gear was, other than the beta that we played, Guilty Gear is going to be doing rollback for sure.
And from what I heard of the beta, the matches themselves were good. The biggest problem it seems like people had was with the lobby system, which was fucking weird and esoteric.
But for the most part, though, like it's nice to have like some sort have the fighting like the companies that make the fighting games to have some sort of like fire, like in regards like this is kind of a little bit of a competition in regards to just overall online play between the East and West players, like because due to the fact that all the games essentially in Evo are Eastern games. Delay-based netcode works for the Japanese players and whatnot because it's such a small country. While for us, it's we're big Americans, and ergo we play from one area to another.
Yeah. We play across like 20 Japans.
Yeah, we play more than 20 Japans.
Yeah.
from New York City to LA.
Yeah.
Though it's gonna be what, five? It's gonna be like 5 weekends, right? Of
Yep. 5
of
weekends.
Evo, starting the 4th of July. Holy shit!
Yep, July 4th to the 5th, 11 to 12, 18 to 19. So all the weekends of July, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, every
will it show-
weekend of July.
Did they mention like what games will be taking place during that time, or will it be just like all the games and stuff?
So it looks like that's info is going to come soon. July is like a month and a half away. So
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm more so interested. I'm kind of curious. I'm curious, but I'm also a little bit cautious to see how especially like with all the delay-based netcode games, how they're gonna play on online and stuff. It's gonna be interesting to say the least, right?
it'll be a nice experiment. Because this will probably be like the largest online tournament that's ever been hosted.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's contacting the Guinness Book of World Records right now. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Because I guarantee that there's probably going to be some aspects of it that are just an absolute shit show, which is just stuff that comes naturally with doing something for the first time on such a large scale. So, but Evo of the past, at least with their physical events, have been really good at keeping shit going and flowing. Kind of, I don't know. We'll see.
On the plus side, they don't have to worry about going through every freaking going through every game, essentially going through every fucking Xbox and just or PlayStation 4 and just downloading everything again and stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully the people who have these, people who are playing these games should at least have all the current DLC and whatnot.
Well, it doesn't matter. They don't have. I don't know. I don't even know if they have to.
No,
have
you don't need to have all the DLC as long as you have the latest version of the game. You can play against anybody. You just won't be able to play as that character, but also, if you don't have the DLC, why would you play as that character in a tournament?
Yeah.
That is true, but you also want to learn matchups.
I mean,
though,
yeah,
as
but
well.
you can also do that.
So if
but
they
not.
cared about it, they would have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd also want a really good tutorial in a fighting game to help you get the tournament ready, but
That is true, but still, you want to know. You also want to know what characters are able to do what.
I know, I'm just resurrecting fucking grudge matches, Jeff.
Let's leave it on his lie, Aldo. Though, anything else you guys want to talk about in regards to Evo? I mean, it really does suck dick that freaking this was gonna be our year to go to Evo.
Yeah.
That is true.
At least Miku is being still a physical thing.
Yeah.
It's my only consolation is I can still go see Miku.
All right. Any final thoughts, my friends?
I don't know. I'm excited to see them fighting herds.
Yeah, me too, actually.
I want to see more about that game.
All right. Well, on to the next article of the news. So, Capcom, dear beloved Capcom, with your questionable netcode and your games that that need to come back some way or another, plans to start essentially an esports academy to train professionals and just make teams and leagues for female players and stuff.
So to clarify, they're planning to find an esports academy for training professional players, as well as establishing regional teams and leagues for female players. So the academy is not gender biased. Is at least what I got from reading the actual quote.
Yeah. A lot of people, I think a lot of people took this the wrong way earlier. In regards to, well, that was my initial thought was when I first saw it, like, oh shit, they're like segregating people or segregating genders and whatnot. But it doesn't seem like that's the case. More so, like, it'd be good to see. It's good to see Capcom do something like this, I'd say. Like, at the same time, though, I want them to focus on their netcode first.
Oh,
I want them to focus on games before they actually focus on something
I
like
mean,
this.
it's not the same department. Like, you don't have developers working on training people.
That's fair.
Like, you can do both things.
Yeah.
Unless they do have developers training people, then oh boy, fucking put a camera in that room. I want to see that shit.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably going to be whatever these academies are or how it works out. Like, to be fair, this just comes from an investor report, so this is all really just kind of theory talk.
Yeah.
So, like, these academies could be anything, ranging from, hey, look, we got a bunch of YouTube guys to put up YouTube videos. Watch these get good at the punchy punch kick kicks. To, fucking Daigo showing up at your house to fucking teach you how to fucking FADC into Ultra into Super. Who knows?
I'm sorry, I'm still getting angry about the neighbors right now. Yeah, like, it's really, like, I can't really think of anything to say with it because I'm not really knowledgeable in regards to this whole thing.
Yeah.
More so that, and I just don't like talking about, controversial things.
Well, like, the academy
Potentially
itself, I
controversial
think,
things.
is a good idea. Just for the sole fact that it. I mean, the absolute correct answer to this problem that Capcom's having is to make better tutorials in your fucking games and teach people how to actually play it instead of how to press buttons.
Like Fighting Hurts. Fighting Hurts, I heard it has an excellent tutorial mode.
Like,
Yeah.
is it made by the same people that did Skullgirls?
I think they assisted.
Dude, it's a fucking, like, My Little Pony fighting game. I don't know a whole lot.
I know what's about. I know damn well what's about. All right, I was a brony at one point.
God, why are we still friends?
Whoa.
How has our relationship?
We
How
talked
has our
about
relationship survived
although
all
we
this?
talked about this back when you used to work.
I
with
know.
us.
I mean, it's not a surprise. I'm just saying, how has our relationship survived all this?
Because we fucking go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Anyways,
You're the pessimistic.
I'm just happy you're
optimism.
happy, Jeff.
No, you're not.
I mean, at the core, yes. But also, I will break you down.
And how?
And how.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as the academies go, depending on what exactly it entails and whatnot, we'll see. As far as the regional teams and leagues for female players, esports is relatively new territory, and I know that for most intents and purposes, they usually look to actual major sports leagues and kind of mimic that and adapt as much as they can. So, like, this kind of makes sense because sports leagues do have female players, so I can see what they're trying to do with this. Of course, the obvious problem is that with fighting games, the biological differences between men and women are very, very, like, significantly smaller to the point of being almost non-existent. I know a lot of people are going to be real upset about this. There already are a lot of people based on the comments for this article. But considering that the FGC is still kind of pretty shitty as a community, as far as
Oh yeah,
like,
dude, thuggery
like,
up the wazoo.
as far
Thuggery.
as it's no. Like, there is a difference between thuggery and just absolutely being a piece of shit. Like,
No, there isn't.
there absolutely is a difference.
There absolutely is. The FGC, as much as I love being a part of it, is a majority of it is pretty misogynistic.
Yeah, like Yipes is fucking wear your curly mustache, fuck the New York Knicks. Oh, that's thuggery. Fucking straight up throwing out racial slurs is not thuggery. That's just you being a piece of shit. Like, with all of the controversy that happens behind, like, Delane Sparrow, really just kind of proves that there are people in the FGC that want to use the idea of trash talk and thuggery as an excuse to just be openly racist and big giant pieces of shit. So, you know, having a space where women can fucking play fighting games and not have to be called a giant fucking cunt and get rape threats is pretty nice. And if the FGC doesn't like it, then they need to fucking look at themselves and be like,
Back off
geez,
the thuggery, that's all.
that's not thuggery.
Dude, look up the actual definition of thuggery.
I feel like calling it thuggery
Okay.
is an excuse to allow it and just say boys will be
Yeah.
boys, when really boys don't need to be a piece of shit.
Yeah. So,
No,
based on the
I'm saying-
noun, it is a violent behavior, especially of criminal nature. Last I checked, being a white supremacist technically isn't a crime.
Do you want to move on before we get a little bit more political?
I think so.
Because I don't think me and Kyle are going to budge on this one. You can call it
Yeah,
thuggery as much as you
yeah,
want,
let's-
but
let's-
buddy, mm-mm.
Yeah, let's move on before things get like really bad.
Speaking of really tall walls, guys, that Xbox One is kind of like a brick, right? Did you know that they
Yeah.
recently had a fucking showcase for some video games? Let's talk about that real quick.
Man, I'm really excited about like those 30 seconds of gameplay we saw. actually, I will say that the thing that surprised me the most about that whole thing was the fact that Yakuza 7 was going to be on the Xbox One.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's a
Yeah,
surprise. I mean, it's a good jumping on point, which is better than like throwing Kingdom Hearts 3 on the Xbox One. Because it has
Yeah.
nothing. I think it vaguely has nothing to do with the rest of the thing. Like it's a new protagonist.
it's-
It's separated. He's in a different town. There's a
Yeah.
lot of separation. But I think it's also a little. I hope. I mean, I think the trailer does a pretty good job at communicating that Yakuza 7 is a JRPG and not a standard Yakuza game. Because I think a lot of people, like Xbox, like only people, will be like, "Oh, dope! Yakuza 7, that game everybody loves."
What's this Yakuza series
Yeah.
about? Yeah, and then they'll be like, wait a minute, this doesn't look like what those super best guys played.
Super best guys. But yeah.
So yeah, I looked through these trailers. I didn't look at the Yakuza 7 one because I already knew what it was about. Really, the only standout one that I was like, ooh, maybe I should get an Xbox One, was of course the one with the katana, Scarlet Nexus.
God damn it!
The edgy katana one with the anime boy.
Oh, the one that just looks like God Eater. You know that's also
Yeah.
coming out on the PS4,
But it's-
PS5, right?
Oh shit! Then I don't need an Xbox One.
That's like the thing about
Um,
Xbox is like, as excited as I am for people to be excited about that game, because you know more gaming, it means more shit for me to play, or you know not play and just add to my backlog and just wish I played it. is like the bummer is that like most Xbox shit, like 99% of Xbox stuff, you can either get on your PC or on the PS4, and it's like
Yeah.
they make them look. I mean, they make them look like exclusives because like they kind of have to. Um, but like I don't know, man. That's like the thing is like there's a few game. I think there was a game that they showcased that's actually already out on PC, and like the version that they're going to be selling on Xbox One is like an enhanced version or something.
Yeah, I don't know. But they've got 12 games here. There's of course Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We talked about that last week, so I don't think we need to say anything more.
Yeah.
Yakuza 7 being rebranded as Yakuza Like a Dragon being what it's actually called in Japan, and then because localization, it just got transformed into Yakuza.
Yeah.
But I think they're doing a really good job of like taking back the branding as well as establishing that, hey, this is a very good jumping on point. It's a little bit different. You don't really need to know. You definitely don't need to know a lot of what previously happened, even though I would say that's true for most Yakuza games, but like this one and especially. So good job on them. There's Bright Memory Infinite, which looks like a sci-fi.
Oh, I think
very
that's
cool.
I think that's the one that's already out.
Yeah,
That was the only one on that list that I thought was worthwhile.
yeah. So I thought it looked pretty cool. The problem that I have with this, as well as Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, is that these are both first-person games that I think would do well, that would play and just generally be a lot better if they were third-person action games. Because Bright Memory Infinite has like a lot of melee gameplay in it and wall running, and that stuff has just never felt good from a first-person perspective.
Yeah, the only one that's done it right is like Mirror's Edge, really.
Oh,
And they did
yeah, like even
alright.
like yeah, even Mirror's Edge, I still feel. Okay, so Bright Memory is fucking waifu shooter. Okay, that's what this is. Yeah, this definitely should have been a third-person game. Then they got Dirt 5, which is racing. Yeah, do any of us care
I
about
care
Dirt
about
5?
racing.
If it's not Mario Kart, I don't care.
Only if
care
it's
about
Need for
racing
Speed
games?
and it's not the shitty ones.
Okay. So nobody cares
No.
about Dirt 5. You got Scorn, which
It's
is
neat.
yeah. I don't know what it's about, but man, it's got given me some Alien vibes.
Right?
Because it looks like most of the artwork is inspired by the guy that did the Alien series. We'll see what that's all about, but not a whole lot to go off of other than spooky, creepy game.
Spooky, creepy game.
Yeah, you got Chorvs. I refuse to call it Chorus. If you're gonna make your U look like a V, I'm pronouncing it like a V. Which is a weird dogfight game.
Space.
Dogfighting? Like
Dogfight
you get
space?
to...
Yeah,
No,
you
not like what you think, Squishy.
Yes.
space jets.
You know exactly.
More space jets, less Michael Vick. It also seems to have like a dumb Chosen One story. I don't know, man. Whatever. It's
I'm not
dumb
thinking,
that it's
like, if this is gonna be like the first set of games coming out for what's it called? Like not it's called
the Xbox Series X,
The
the
XX.
Xbox One,
XX
Series
XX.
X.
Set your XX sections
XX
low.
Xbox
This is
Series
not.
X.
I'm not feeling it. Like
You're not really feeling
Well,
it?
Most
I'm not really feeling it.
most consoles don't have very good launch titles.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think this is mostly just a thing to tell fans that hey, we promise we're gonna have support type thing. I think the
Yeah.
unfortunate expectations set about talking next gen and shit like that is like none of these games look particularly like next gen like showcasing. Like a lot of these games are being developed now. And in several cases, a lot of these games are being developed for our current generation and next gen. So like a lot of people,
And then just
yeah.
being
So a lot of
spoiled
people like probably went in with the expectation that they're finally gonna see like what next gen shit is gonna look like, and I think that's probably disappointed.
Yeah, we won't see
Yeah.
what next gen shit looks like.
Like 3
For-
years.
Another like 2
Yeah.
3 years.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, you know what would be really cool is if we could have some sort of tech demo to show us what the next gen games could look like.
Oh, what's that? Is that a segue I sense?
Yeah. Do we want to talk? Do we want to talk about it? Just fucking
Whoa.
leave me hanging here.
Oh, I thought someone was going to continue off that. Like, I don't have to say the next news thing.
Yeah.
You guys?
Okay. So Unreal Engine 5 released, or Unreal released a tech demo of their Unreal Engine 5 running on PlayStation 5 hardware, and it looks amazing. But also, it's just a tech demo, and it's probably entirely possible that that whole tech demo is pushing a PS5 to its absolute limit. But it came out. It looks great. The lighting effects look amazing on it. The rendering distance is amazing
yeah.
on it.
All of the triangles.
Millions of triangles.
Millions of
Triangles for
triangles.
me.
We don't need polygons anymore. Just triangles.
Just triangles
Fuck all the
throughout
other
the-
shit.
Yeah, only triangles.
See,
But it
triangle, strongest
It looked
fucking,
pretty- it looked pretty
strongest
Yeah,
shape in the world.
triangles are the mitochondria of shapes. They're the powerhouse.
Pow
Well,
wow.
like, how long do you think it will be till we get like, hey guys, here's Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time running on the fucking newest engine?
Oh my god.
It'll probably be like 2 years after it comes out, and then just like every other time somebody puts Ocarina of Time on Unreal Engine, it's gonna look. Oh,
I mean, it's gonna look like a
So-
shitty job done by like a couple people who like do this on their free time, because that's what they all look like, because that's what they are.
yep.
I don't know. It looks pretty though. Like, I'd like to see what they do, especially with like. Does Square? have
No,
its
they
own
dropped
engine?
that shit.
Yeah, they. Oh,
Dude, they used it for
dropped
like 2, maybe 3 games, and they were like, "Fuck this."
Oh yeah, because they didn't use it for Kingdom Hearts 3. They switched
Yeah,
over
they
to
also
Unreal
did not use it
and
for Final Fantasy 7
7 remake.
which they wanted to. I mean, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. So like, I'm gonna be the cynic and a little bit of the pessimist, but I'm a realist.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
surprising!
It's a tech demo, and like as cool as tech demos are, like this is funny too because like a couple weeks ago, my roommate and I went through like a tech demo retrospective, and we just looked at tech demos from like the last like 20 years, and we were just talking about how like tech demos always look amazing, but like the technology or like the actual used technology never reaches tech demo levels until the generation after for the one that it's advertised. Very rarely do you reach those levels of like shit because there's like limitations, right? Like that's why I made the joke about this tech demo is probably has already used up all the fucking storage on that PS5 and is probably pushing it to its absolute limit. Which is probably why you also can't like download and run that tech demo. But like I don't know, tech demos look cool, but they're always it's like a CGI trailer. Like you just have to take them with a grain of salt. Like they look cool to like show off and shit, but like at the end of the day, it's like yeah, this is what games could look like, but they probably won't.
Yeah.
The Last of Us 3
Yeah, Last of Us 3 will look that good.
No, like we.
will look. Yeah.
Really, what I'm more excited for is like as you're watching the trailer, they do their techno babble of fucking triangles and shit, and god rays and luminosity tracing, and really that just excites me because that seems like oh hey they did cool shit to make developers be able to do the cool stuff better and easier, so
Yeah,
that's cool.
I'm also here's the thing too is I'm also not like it's not that I don't like nice graphics. Nice graphics are pretty and they make stuff look good. But also, like, I would just love to play a single game that doesn't have bugs, that runs smoothly, and that gives me a unique experience. Because, yeah, sure, all 20 something games that play just like Uncharted and Tomb Raider and Assassin's Creed are going to come out, and they're sure going to look good, but guess what? I already played those games to hell and back on the PS3 and the PS4.
Well, you want to play your pretty
No,
games, right?
that's what I'm saying. Is I'd rather the world hit me with 20 more Earthbounds than to play like another Uncharted game.
I'm pretty sure everybody would like to have.
Or not
another-
Earthbound. What's the one? Like Undertale. Like as much as I rag on Undertale,
There you
Undertale like delivered a unique experience.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to
Yeah.
play another
Really, like-
fucking GTA. Like I want to play something unique.
Yeah, it would really have like.
Yeah.
If Capcom weren't cowards, they would team up with Sucker Punch and give me Mega Man Legends 3 that plays like Infamous.
Oh my god! Don't say that. I want it.
Now
Kyle.
you have to live with it.
Kyle, shut up!
You
Shut
all
up,
are
Kyle.
now cursed with
Shut
knowledge.
up, Kyle! God damn it! God damn it, Kyle! That pisses me off so fucking
Tell
much.
me why. Tell me why. Tell me what you want.
I don't. Oh my god! Oh my fucking I am.
Oh my god! That's just as bad as telling Jeff Burning Rangers is never
I mean, it's
gonna
not.
happen.
I'm fine with Burning
Cool.
Rangers.
Now I have new material.
No, it's just.
Yeah,
it's,
you have
it's
new
the fact
material.
that I am.
I hear that. I hear that deep sigh.
I am angry now. Like I am as angry as ever been now when they said that they weren't going to make the fucking that they weren't making Legends 3 anymore. And you know how angry I was during that time, Squish.
Yeah, you were literal anger.
Now you will understand why me and Aldo are cynics.
I'm not gonna
The
be
games
like,
industry's made you hate.
I'm not going to be like you.
Oh, don't worry.
We
You
have too
don't
many Kyles and
choose
Aldos in this
to.
world.
Next thing you know, you'll meet a Jeff one day, and you'll be like, "God, why are you so fucking positive about everything?" And then you'll realize,
Although I know two different Jeffs.
No, he's not. No, that's what he's not talking about.
He's saying that you're gonna meet yourself one day, and it's gonna infuriate you.
Sometimes people need a little bit of Jeff in their lives. That's all.
And some people need a little
We
bit of Kyle
all
in their
need a
lives.
little
There's too many
bit of
there's too many
Jeff.
Kyles in their lives. There's too
You
many
know
Kyles
else?
in the
Do you know
world.
what else we need in our lives?
What's up?
A little bit of Superman.
Yeah! Pick it up, 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 pick it up.
All right, so before we dive any further into this, I'm gonna make my stance clear. I have the same opinion of Superman by Goldfinger that I do of Butterfly for Digimon.
Honestly, I don't mind that at all. Superman was on the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 soundtrack, and I never played that game. I'm all more about the Tony Hawk's Pro
Okay.
Skater 2 soundtrack.
I just want to make that clear, because I'm not gonna say anything else on Superman except for that.
For those of you that haven't listened to our previous podcast, Aldo fucking hates this song.
Anyways,
Aldo just likes to hate
Dude,
things.
he just lost count of all the sheep, dude.
Right.
anyways, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 again remastered in a single game. And that got announced, so that's coming out like this fucking year. And they,
Yeah, and it's not made by shitty fucking Robomoto, who probably weren't that shitty of a studio and just had to deal with executive mandates. But boy, did all of the games they put out suck.
and
super
also
hard.
because because they don't have any digital scans of the skaters when they were young, all of them are gonna appear in their middle-aged forms.
Oh my god!
So you're gonna play with like 52-year-old Tony Hawk.
They aged with us.
That's probably the best part.
It's like that fucking Steve Buscemi picture. That's what the Tony Hawk is. It's just that fucking Steve Buscemi picture.
I
Hello,
think,
fellow
I think
children.
Tony Hawk is just tired of not getting recognized at the airport.
Still, my favorite picture. My favorite picture is that one of the Wesley Snipes picture holding a gun. It's like, and him crying. And it's like when the race war happens, and
Oh,
I have
yes.
to kill Tony Hawk. and underneath the comments, Tony Hawk said, "I appreciate the hesitation."
Anywho, so it's being made. It's being remastered by the people who did the Crash Bandicoot trilogy.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
like
Oh,
great.
tight.
That's in good hands.
Yeah, it's still probably gonna. It may very well still feel a little bit off.
Yeah.
I know that was an issue they had with Crash Bandicoot 1, and I think that's just... Well, actually, you know what? It probably won't, because there were a lot of changes made between Crash Bandicoot 1 and 3 regarding Crash's movement, but not so much in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. But it does also look like they're adding some other features and whatnot from the later games into this.
Yeah, I think they added like create a
Oh.
skater and create a park.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, those were
plus,
both in 2, but they were absent from the earlier Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD
Yeah.
remaster.
Now you can play online with it too.
Yeah.
Man, fuck you! I could play
Yep.
online with Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yeah. You can do. You can do online. It even has local split
Dope.
screen still, which is so rare these
So,
days.
Dope.
so fucking me and Marcus could go play a horse and see who's the best skateboarders.
And
Call me
then,
out, Marcus.
so yeah, they're doing a little bit more robust stuff with Create a Park. There was a Spotify playlist that got put out for the game and the game's soundtrack. There was also a teaser image for the soundtrack as well. Based on that Spotify soundtrack list, if we're taking that as fact, which can't quite be the case, it looks like there's some tracks that are like we knew there were going to be tracks missing.
Yeah, they did.
probably.
Yeah,
They
they
did
are.
confirm that
I,
there are
um,
like 10,
I-
10 songs, I think.
Kyle, I
like a
tagged you
handful.
and Marcus on some of the songs that are not going to be in the game on Twitter.
So again, they haven't formally announced anything. This is just a Spotify playlist because like some songs by Evenrude are not on that Spotify track list, but in the promotional art for the soundtrack for the game, they have Speed Dealer listed as on one of the CDs, as well as Evenrude. So it's entirely possible that those tracks could still make it on. These could have just been issues with Spotify licensing or whatnot. Really, the big hits come to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 soundtrack, because they're all hip-hop songs that are missing, which is Bring the Noise by Anthrax and Public Enemy, B-Boy Document 99 by High and Mighty, and Out with the Old by Alley Life, which are... they're super good. But they still got my favorite tracks from 2, which is No Cigar by Millennicoin and May 16th by Lagwagon, and the meme song Superman is on there still too. So, but yeah, I'm super fucking excited for this. This is so fucking cool.
Yeah,
It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool.
it's going to be fun.
It's gonna be fun as fuck, I think.
Pardon.
Then we'll see who the basement king of Tony Hawk is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the true basement king of Tony Hawk.
We will see.
Who will be able to join the band of the Hawk?
We'll have a horse. We'll have a horse session. When
Man,
this
you guys
comes
need to
out.
quit horsing around. Oh, man, I'm gonna have to dip out of this this horse session early because my throat is really hoarse.
God damn it.
You guys want to play some Tony Hawk? Nay.
Oh yeah. Also, important cool thing to note is that this game's only going to be priced at $40.
Oh, nice.
I think there's also DLC though.
I think-
There's
this game's gonna be
there's
for-
a digital deluxe version that's going to have unique content and in-game gear for $50, as well as a collector's edition for $100, which comes with its own limited run birdhouse deck.
Right on.
Wait, it comes
Yeah.
with an actual skateboard?
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh,
sold.
nice.
Fucking sold.
Are you gonna buy that now?
Yep.
I will probably just be getting like the $49.99.
Yeah, like digital deluxe edition.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm super excited about this. Tony Hawk's been going through, like my story with Tony Hawk,
Hark.
Tony
Tony
Hawk,
Hark.
was getting drafted to go to this church program on Sundays where they would pick me up on a bus. And in
Getting
order
drafted.
for us, yeah, and in order for us to memorize church verses, some guy said that if I got all of the church verses right for a whole year, he would give me a video game. I didn't know what the video game was going to be, but man, did I fucking work my ass off to fucking grind those church verses. I got all of them right, and this is the game I got. And fuck, dude. Oh, I got so many good memories of this game. This is, like... I didn't know if this game was good or not until I looked at the Metacritic and saw that it was, like the #2 best game ever behind Ocarina of Time or something like that. And, like, fuck, that feels really validating. God, I fucking love Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, guys. I fucking love it. I would kill all of you to save Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. I gotta keep droning on about how cool Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 is. They're adding some new missions and stuff, so that way we're not just collecting skate and combo letters. There's gonna be some extra additional stuff. They do have some post-launch support planned, but they didn't provide any specifics. Let me see here. Looks like they're going to be adding some new tutorials. They also worked really hard on making sure that the D-pad and the analog stick felt the same and super similar.
That's cool. That's cool. I like that.
As well as a few other modern quality of life features. And lightning quick reloads of levels. Also, my boy Rodney Mullen is in it, so dark slides
Nice.
for days.
Apparently, he had the worst stats in the first and second game, or the first or second game. I don't remember.
I don't know. He was super old by that point already, so I can only imagine what his model's gonna fucking look like now. I will say if they're not able to get the Spider-Man hidden character in, I will accept Steve Buscemi, Hello My Fellow Kids, as an
Yeah,
alternative.
who are they going to put in as the secret character?
Hopefully, he's Jamie.
Yeah, honestly,
cool
at this
if it's
point, I kind of want Steve Buscemi over Spider-Man.
They put Spawn in. Just fuck it, why not?
No, man, we need Ollie, the magic bone.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think he was the secret character in 3.
Yeah, you might be right. It might have been 3.
Let me see. Oh, maybe he was in 2.
So silent.
No. Like, he was in 2, but not as a playable character. He was one of the mission objectives where you would have to ollie over him.
Yeah.
So he'll probably still... Well, I don't know. Maybe. We'll see.
All right. Well, hey Aldo,
No, he's not back yet.
he's not back. He did.
Yeah.
Oh.
He saw you and wanted to know where his copy of Final Fantasy VIII was, so he just pulled a Kyle.
I was so expecting he threw it in the trash.
No, I think me and Aldo have a similar opinion that Final Fantasy VIII is just an okay game. It's Marcus is the one that fucking was born to hate it.
I just like I think it was
Did you even play it, Jeff?
Yeah, I made it to like the third, fourth disc with my friend Sean, and then we both realized like this is fucking boring, and we stopped playing it.
Which one?
Final Fantasy VIII. Because we were playing it together. It's like, yeah, we're not having fun. But yeah, are we on a little break while Aldo is doing stuff?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's fine.
All right.
I thought that was the last thing we're talking about.
No, we're talking
No.
about Ghost of
Oh, yeah,
Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima next. I think that
I
was
guess
it.
we can just kind of move on.
Yeah. Aldo mentioned that his voice was hoarse though, and what's crazy thing is that what you could do with horses, you could ride them, like how it is in Ghost of Tsushima.
He also ghosted on us, like a ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, he probably went to Ghost
It's like
get some sushi.
Yep.
All right, so PS4 State of Play showed some gameplay for Ghost of Tsushima and showed some good horse riding.
That's what you took away from that trailer?
It's not
You watched that
There's a lot
entire
more.
20-minute trailer and you're like, that's some good horse riding. Nothing else of note.
Nothing about like him being able to switch to different forms.
No cool samurai ninja
Not,
action.
not even any of the combat.
Using the wind as a guiding point instead of waypoints.
Jeez, Jeff, way to research your own topics.
There's gonna be a time
told,
where I'm gonna be too boofed, right?
I just don't care for Ghost of Tsushima. That's
I
plain
mean, that's
simple.
how I feel too. But like,
It's like I'm gonna be too boofed one day when playing this game, and I'm gonna forget that the wind is like the mechanic that takes you to waypoints, right? Or takes you places. And I'm gonna be running around for like 3 hours, like, where the fuck do I gotta go? Where do I go?
like, why is that wind blowing weird? Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Stupid.
Exactly.
So like the different
Um,
costumes and
like-
outfits
like-
and stuff that you get, depending on like which, like if you want to be the samurai or you want to be the ninja version, looked pretty cool. We were watching this last night with Kyle.
Right on.
I know there's customizable katanas in it, so and the fact that it's a samurai game means I'm getting it. I'm not gonna get it on release. I'll probably wait until it drops down. But
I'll wait until like I see other people play it
yeah.
and see what they think about it. That'll give me enough time to catch up and play what I need to play on my backlog.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem like it's not my alley.
The art style looks neat though.
Yep. Good art style. Lots of cinematic filters make your game look Instagrammy as fuck.
Hmm.
Oh
look-
right, I forgot about that.
But look,
The different
guys,
filters.
we gotta be 100% honest here.
Uh-huh.
None of that dumb, filthy, casual gamer bullshit matters. We haven't talked about the best feature in this game. You can pet the fox.
Yeah.
That is
just
an
had to get
instant
all
10 out of 10.
close.
that is the best.
Oh, hey, hey,
Aldo.
the ghost of Tsushima
Oh,
has
boys,
returned.
are we talking about that right now?
Steamboot.
Or did we
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
segue
Yeah.
into that?
No.
Oh, we've
No,
been
we're
talking about it.
Man, I fucking love that game.
As a test of your merit to see if you're a real gamer boy or not, Aldo, why don't you tell us what some of the features you're
Oh,
excited
man,
about?
Akira Kurosawa mode. Where it gets all black and white and grainy, and you can play it in Japanese, so you can get that authentic samurai movie experience. A fucking full-fledged photo mode always makes me hard.
Oh, you,
Aldo's
Oh my
excited
god, dude,
about
I love photo mode so goddamn much.
Jeez.
it's
Well,
so in depth.
You are a photographer.
It's
Dude,
so
I
in
hate
depth.
that like
to-
that Death Stranding did not have a photo mode. It eventually got patched into it, but like I hate that that game launched without a photo mode. Like fuck you! Why would you give me those amazing vistas and nothing else to do apart from walk through them, and not give me a photo mode, you asshole? I also love that apparently like your leveling and expanding of skills is like dynamic, like it's all based on like how you play.
Oh,
they
okay.
explained something
That's
about
cool.
that.
I didn't know that.
At least that's how I understood it. It's kind of like, at least my basic lizard ass brain understood their leveling as kind of being like Skyrim's, where like the more you do stuff, the easier it is to like upgrade those specific things, as opposed to like, here's some points, go upgrade some shit. Like you're encouraged to like do what you want to do.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I was really
Yeah, that
nervous
is good.
about their whole like kind of HUD-less approach. But the fact that you can summon the wind anytime, like Wind Waker, to like tell you where to go, I was like, alright, that's cool. And you can pet the foxes.
Yeah, there we go.
Pet the
There we go.
foxes.
There's the real gamer
I
feature.
I
was
think
looking
it's the
for.
game director, but like there's a Twitter account, if you don't know, which you absolutely should, called Can I Pet the Dog? And it's like a Twitter account that just like
Yeah.
shows you if you can pet animals in certain games. Uh, and they posted one that was like you can pet the fox in Ghost of Tsushima, and the fucking like I think it's the game director like retweeted that, and he's like, I have achieved everything I set out to do.
Nice.
But yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, man, I was really worried because I pre-ordered like the not the super duper collector's edition, like just the normal like super edition. And I was kind of on the fence, and I think I talked about it on the podcast. I was like, man, I don't know. But after I watched that gameplay trailer, it actually made me a little angry that they didn't show us that first, because I would have fucking ordered like the special $150 edition that comes with like his mask and the fucking flag and like a cloth map and shit.
Wait, is that a scale mask?
Yeah.
Like, can I wear that? Is it like Joker's?
Let me look it up. I'm pretty sure it
God.
is.
God damn it. Son of a bitch. I might just pull a Marcus right now.
Oh, they have a bonus offer. Can I pre-order this? Can I do it? GameStop, are you just teasing me right now? Oh, it's unavailable. But yeah, it has it has a steelbook, it has a cloth map, it has the Sashimoto, which is like his banner. He has like a wrapping cloth. You have his mask, and it looks like maybe it's scale, and like a small art book. And some in-game items.
Oh, it's on a stand though. So
I mean,
it's
so
probably
is the
something
what's it called? The
Like
Dishonored
the
one.
Dishonored one?
So every mission can be played either as the samurai as
I
or
don't
as
know.
the ghost,
They
right?
made it look like you can approach.
Well,
Well, like the thing is, when they showed that,
it looked like it gave you the...
yeah, well, when they showed that mission, they said like, here's Jin approaching the same enemies in two different ways. But if you look at the objectives, when he's playing as a samurai, it tells him to go kill like the leader of that camp. But when you're playing,
Whereas in the ninja, it's,
yeah, when you're playing as the ghost, it's like, go blow up their shit,
Blow up the thing.
go burn that motherfucker to the ground.
Yeah, dude. Go spook him out.
shit.
I also, this is the part where I'm like a little torn, is that they said that like your customization affects like how you move and fight and shit like that. So like it's not just aesthetic, which is cool, but also that's a little bit of a bummer because what if I want to look one way and fight another?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
The fashion souls
Yeah.
conundrum.
Man, what if I want to be a ninja on the streets but a samurai in the sheets? But I thought it was a little funny that they were like, look, we even have a weeb mode for you. You can play the game in Japanese, and I was all like, you're hitting me right where it feels good.
Yeah, Sucker Punch. I don't know if they've ever put out a bad game.
Let's look through their gamography. Soccer Punch Production. They released the Rocket Robot Wheels on the N64,
Oh.
and they
Well, as of late, I think they've just done Infamous and
Yeah.
the
I mean,
Super game.
they also
One, two,
released
three.
Infamous Second Son. So
Oh,
I know,
Second Son wasn't bad. It was
at
mediocre.
best.
Didn't they do Sunset Overdrive?
No.
No, that was Insomniac.
I mean, Sly Cooper was dope. Infamous 1 and 2 were rad. So I mean, I'm not that. I wasn't. I was a little worried because this is so out of like their wheelhouse. It's almost like when Horizon Zero Dawn came out, like the motherfuckers that made Killzone were like, "Here's an open world robot dinosaur hunting game," and I was like, "I don't know if this is gonna be so good, you guys," and then it was.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe sometimes I'm too cynical, but like I was a little worried about Ghost of Tsushima, and now that it's out, or not out, but now that we know more about it, I'm just like, yes, please. I would like more.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anyone else got anything to add?
Not really.
Maybe just one more thing. Just Mortal Kombat Aftermath.
Oh,
RoboCop.
RoboCop. Oh yeah, no.
RoboCop.
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 No, I was more excited about
Miss-
Fusion than RoboCop.
I was more excited about RoboCop. I was both excited for RoboCop.
I saw a
Legion.
tweet that said, "Here he comes, half man, half robot, all cop. I'm bad at math."
But yeah, just the final news. Mortal Kombat Aftermath coming out sometime
This month.
this month, 26th of May. Some add addition, a new story to add on to what happened with the main game, as well as 3 characters that I believe are coming out at once.
Yeah.
Yes.
We get Fujin, Shiva, and RoboCop.
Miss Robert Copman.
RoboCop.
We get stage fatalities, friendships.
New
Guys, I
stages
love
as
them.
well.
I love the
Yeah,
friendships
and all of those-
that they've been like showing off have been amazing. I love them, every single one.
Right?
Yeah, and all of the friendship stage fatalities, those all come out for free in
Yeah.
an update, timed alongside the fucking DLC. Honestly, Ed Boon needs to stop. Ed Boon needs to fucking retire. I'm so fucking done with these fucking guest characters.
But that's what people
I
want.
agree with you, but fuck RoboCop.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck RoboCop.
I am
He
a
shoots you
person-
in the dick.
It's a dude that
Who
he's a
cares?
dude that
I
like
do.
Memes.
he fucking
Memes.
waddles and then shoots a motherfucker with a gun. Like, I feel
Yeah, was a whole character slot worth an internet meme? No. Get fucking RoboCop and Leatherface and Terminator out of my fucking fighting game. Ed Boon, I don't fucking give a shit about your childhood.
I almost
forcing me to
feel
live
bad for the poor developer who like got told, "Hey, make a fighting set, make a gameplay set for RoboCop," and he's like, "Ah, fuck." What does RoboCop do? He has auto aim and he waddles.
Yeah, he's fucking dumb.
I mean, the movies are
Fuck
good, but
RoboCop.
but he's not my first choice for like a guest character in a fighting game.
True,
Fuck RoboCop.
but I like RoboCop.
Do you like RoboCop or do you like the RoboCop movie? Because that's 2 different things.
Dude, I watched the movie and I
That
watched
doesn't
the cartoon.
answer any. Just kidding. That
Okay.
answers that.
Okay, do you like the movie and the cartoon, or do you like RoboCop?
I like RoboCop.
Do you like the character, or do you like the function?
I like the character.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Tell me some cool things about RoboCop.
He's fucking RoboCop. All right. He shoots people.
All right,
He
that
shoots
sounds.
you in the
Shoots people in the dick.
Okay, so
All
this
right?
sounds.
He has a
in the
fucking
dick.
he has a fucking spike arm. All right. He's fucking has a little light that comes out of his arm. He has dope ass fucking infrared sensors, Kyle.
Those all.
You just
those are
described
He has
all
a fucking.
literally
He has a
functions.
fucking. He has a
Yeah.
fucking. He has a fucking gun that like it's on the. He has a sidearm that's literally in his fucking thigh, and it just like pulls out
Okay,
and stuff. That shit's
again,
cool.
a function. Give me something about the character.
He's a fucking cop that got fucking mowed down by the wrong side by just a bunch of dickheads
yes.
and stuff like that.
He got fucking mowed
Got
down.
mowed down hard,
by-
and during his whole procedure, everyone was like, "Hey." When they were like waking him up and stuff, they were like having a crazy ass party, like, "Hey, we fucking did it! We made a RoboCop and stuff." And fucking, he's like all cybernetic shit like that, but then he starts like getting his humanity.
This went from something about his character straight into a fucking function again.
About his humanity and stuff like that, talking about a part of the goddamn movie.
Yeah,
Kyle?
you know my favorite gameplay mechanic of RoboCop is his humanity. Okay. I like the movies. That's fine. I just feel like there's more interesting 80s. Like, if you had to bring in a guest character from the 80s, I just feel like there's more interesting characters, and they've already grabbed all of them.
Well, it's
They
mostly
could have literally.
What
just
about
put in-
I've
what about
never seen
Candyman?
Candyman.
Put in Candyman.
Candyman would be
Yeah.
cool.
Puppet Master.
Puppet
Puppet
Master.
Master.
No.
Fucking one of the puppet masters.
Stop it.
Fucking Pinhead.
Stop it. You know
Pinhead.
what they could've-
Ed Wood, put Pinhead in the game. Put Pinhead.
No.
Put Pennywise.
Pennywise.
No. You know what they.
Put Pumpkinhead.
Oh god.
Put Pumpkinhead.
Put Jack Frost.
What about
Stop.
Jeepers Creepers?
Put Jack Frost.
No, fuck that. No. Piss off Kyle even more. Put Chucky or Leprechaun in there. Just fuck hitboxes.
Fucking hate all of you.
Hey, dude, talk shit on RoboCop. You fucking get angry, Jeff.
I didn't even talk shit about RoboCop.
Yeah, he did. I did.
Sorry, my anger is blind for me.
Just like color is to me. I don't see color. I'm woke and progressive.
So, Marcus, does that mean you're woke because you can't see color either?
I'm gonna fucking punch you. Yes, that makes me the wokest.
Oh, is that why you don't
I
like
was woke since I
Yukiko?
was
Because she
born.
wears a gray sweater?
What?
Oh yeah, you don't like Makoto. That's right.
She's not wearing red. She's just gray.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm so confused. My brain hurts. Stop.
Marcus, he's colorblind.
Marcus likes.
Yeah, I
Marcus
know.
likes Chie.
I,
Man, so what does Persona 5 look like to
Teresa.
you?
No,
I
it's
like
just
Teresa.
it's
I like Teresa.
What does Persona 5 look like? Is it all gray?
Oh my god.
no, it's not like that.
He's like,
oh,
he's
I
like-
was
he's
thinking
like,
I'm being
wrong
like really
character.
reductive.
He's like,
really reductive.
he's like, huh, never seen that coming.
Was that your last surprise? How great that game was?
Oh my god. Yeah, dude, I start seizing out and everything starts to slowly fade in and out of color.
Like Rivers in the Desert.
Yes.
isn't it crazy how the opening sequence looks just like the rest of the game?
Yeah. Wake up, get out there, Marcus.
Oh man, we are just a bunch of assholes.
Well, I think that's it for all of us.
Sorry, Kyle. Before we end this podcast, what do you guys look forward to the next coming weeks?
Oh,
I don't know.
shit, I don't know.
Nothing. The closest thing that I'm looking forward to is Cyberpunk 2077, and that's in September. We got like
Not
6
Ghost of
more
Tsushima?
podcasts to do.
Not Tony Hawk?
Like I said, I'll oh fuck yeah, Tony Hawk! Wait, Tony Hawk I think comes out in
same day,
September
doesn't
too.
Yeah, it comes out on my birthday. It comes out on my birthday.
Damn.
Shit! Fuck, man, how am I gonna play Ghost? Ah, damn it.
It's alright.
Ghost of Tsushima comes out in
That
July.
sucks.
Me and Marcus will be playing Tony Hawk on my birthday.
Yeah, Ghost comes out in July. but,
Cyberpunk comes out
I'm
like
waiting-
late September, I believe.
I'm waiting for that to hit
Oh.
a price drop because like I can't deal with
That's
open
fine.
world games, man.
Marqueso? What do you got for next week?
Fighting myself on buying new computer parts
Alright.
and playing probably some more Persona.
You beat Persona? You really beat Persona before the next podcast?
Well, yep.
Probably, if
Yeah,
you're
probably.
at Okamura. You've got 2 weeks, so yeah,
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
Assuming I actually plug in the PlayStation.
All right.
Is Aldo gonna get fucking finished
No.
with it by next podcast?
Okay,
you
one,
fucking
I'm playing
bitch.
FF7R. Also, I'm waiting for Jeff to
fucking
finish
care.
Gurren Lagann.
He put his foot down, dude.
When you finish that, you give me your fucking book report, 3 pages long, 12 size font, and thesis and your bibliography. Then I will fucking stop everything else and play Persona 5 Royale with cheese.
All right, Jeff.
With cheese.
You know that when I don't watch Gurren Lagann, the only thing I'll say is Yeah.
I don't care because you've watched all of it.
There.
At that point, your opinion, however wrong, becomes valid. If you watch the whole thing.
I feel like though I should not watch it because of Spike.
You motherfucker.
What?
You are gonna finish Gurren Lagann, or I'm gonna fucking hack your Google speaker so it just constantly reminds you that Burning Rangers is never gonna be a thing anymore, and that Mega Man Legends 3 will never exist.
Kyle, I've grown up accustomed to loss.
Is this
Not
lost?
yet, you haven't.
Kyle, trust me, I have.
Yeah, dude, like Isaac and Smash.
Oh,
Oh,
I could
I
feel
Okay.
his like heartbreak a little bit.
okay.
I've
So-
grown accepting to loss.
Okay. So
You say that, but I don't hear it.
Believe it.
why you being an edgelord?
Hey Jeff, you should watch Scoop.
Yeah, I probably will. Yeah, like
I told him he also has to watch my.
Oh, my love story is adorable.
don't throw more anime into anime. I'm still backed up hella on anime.
Exactly. Why you should
Yeah, me
catch
too.
up.
I found a website called One Piece, and I almost considered starting to watch One Piece through that, because that cuts out all like the filler, all of the flashbacks. It cuts all that shit out of One Piece to make it on par with the manga.
Mango?
So it makes like every season or every arc like 10 episodes shorter. No, I'm so backed up and I gotta play games. I can't.
Welcome to my.
I was literally looking at that website and I was like, yeah, but I got Persona and Final Fantasy.
You got one or the other.
No, see, this is why I caught up on all the anime and kept it to like a minimum of, hey, what's currently being updated? Oh, cool, I get 2 episodes of something a week,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and now I can play games.
but also I'm trying to beat those 2 games, because the Final Fantasy 14 was it 5.3 patch is coming out, and I'm probably gonna like re-up my yeah. Well, not
Is it?
like in a month.
Because I heard.
So I'm probably gonna like re-up
Yeah.
my subscription, make a new character, and play through everything again. Because I have forgotten and skipped too much.
You gonna hop on the server that we're on?
But I'm gonna make
He's on our server.
but I'm gonna make a new character
is he?
and just go through the story at my own.
Okay.
Mostly because like I level jumped, I story skipped. I played briefly. Like I would play for like 3 months and then not play the game for like a year. So like every time it's like brand new to me again. So like I'm probably just gonna do that and just like play through it all at once at like my own pace and not try to catch up with anybody and do that.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Wow,
good
cool.
thing
Like
because
they're
of that
going to
patch
be
they
making
also,
they're going to streamline.
Yeah, they're making a
Streamlining
raid
it.
mandatory, but they're also making they're also adding flight to all the 2.0 stuff areas.
Yep. And streamlining a lot of those fucking quests in between, because boy, were those a
Yeah,
fucking
I knew
slog,
they were going to
Jesus
do this.
Christ.
I've just been waiting for them to announce when it was going to happen, and that's when I would re-up and replay that game. Cause
Well, it's supposed to be coming out in June, but because of what's going on, it's going to be.
yeah, I think last I heard it actually got
Come out in
postponed to like
July.
mid-July. So we'll see.
Yeah. So fingers crossed. That'll be more. That's more Tales of Eorzea content for those people who watch that. So yeah. Plus, I guess Squishy, do you have anything else going on for you? No. Squishy says no.
He's just like, nah.
He's gonna play a lot of South Park.
And
apparently.
League, probably.
The fractured butthole.
Yeah, and League. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna play that. I'm probably just gonna play a bunch of South Park.
For me, it's gonna be finishing up with Persona. Hopefully, finishing up with Persona before Xenoblade comes out, and I'll be starting Brave Fencer Musashi this week. Detroit Become Human will be coming up soon as well.
When our fucking sleep schedules aren't fucking.
When you're
I
not
know.
all asleep in the living room at 5 p.m.
I know.
I still need to finish Astral Chain. I'm more than halfway done.
Yeah, I think you mean Astral
There's
Game.
too much,
Game
too many
Chain?
games.
Yeah,
Police JoJo's, dude.
Yeah. Just
Pretty close.
just
yeah,
that walking-
Cop
that
Slave
walking
Simulator.
animation
I love it.
is,
Yeah.
then more drawing and stuff, and hopefully I'll be done with making the stuff for Basement Kings, which will play Smash Brothers for us.
Basement Kings.
Marcus, me and Marcus will be working on Monster Hunter stuff called Monsters Rule, which me and Marcus will be playing
Iceborne.
finally. Then I'm almost done making the next couple pages for PK, and those songs hopefully should be uploaded by this week. And yeah, that's all on my end. And maybe throw some anime and stuff. I'll probably watch Scoob and the Konosuba movie while I'm cleaning over the week.
Ooh, I might buy some like fight stick parts so that I can customize the drones.
So yeah, that's my to-do list for the next couple weeks. And when
Tight.
Xenoblade comes out, replaces Persona. Yeah,
You better fucking finish Persona first.
yeah, no, that's why I'm milling through it right now. That's why I'm up to where Marcus is. But I want to try and make sure I get all the confidants maxed out before I beat the game, because I have yet to do that, and I need to. All right, well, that's it for another episode of the podcast, everybody. You guys want to say toodaloo? Goodbye, sayonara.
Bye.
Be sure to join us in another 2 weeks where we will continue to make fun of colorblind people.
Fuck your disabilities.
And keep telling Jeff to fuck you. I miss my real family. You guys are assholes.
You can't go to real family now, boy. We're your family. Welcome to family, son.
Peace out, then, the homes.
All right, I'm Mr. Lee Hero, and who are you guys?
Bye, Alan, because you're the only one listening.
Bye,
We
Alan.
love you, Alan. Get your
Bye,
parents,
Alan.
We appreciate you, Alan.
get your parents' permission next time, and make sure you find the barcodes on the boxes on cereal boxes, and
Yes,
With his
one
Melody
dick
Baby,
sucking
you
from
take a
Kyle.
political prize.
yeah, a dick sucking from Kyle.
500 box tops.
$500 stops.
Damn.
Yes,
Bye, bye.
yes, that is him.
Wait, is Alan the one that hit me in the face with the golf club? I see. This was his plan all along. He was just softening up these lips.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Fuck her up, boy.